Hey everybody. Um, I want to talk about out of body experiences and dreams today. Something interesting happened to me about, I would say, a week ago. Um, I had, I guess, what you would call an out of body experience. I've had these quite often. And honestly, an out of body experience is nothing more than you coming out of your body at night while you're sleeping. Um, your spirit, for your spirit to fully kind of just get out for a brief time, get out of this cage that we call a physical body. Uh, it does that, or you do that when your physical body is unconscious, sleeping. So your conscious mind is shut down, your spirit goes out, you have some fun flying around, and you come back and you get these visions, and that's what they are. Your dreams. Your dreams are visions, and sometimes those visions are you just kind of outside of your body, flying around, going here, going there. Um, Dreams are more dreams are more than just that. But I just want to talk about the out of body experiences today, and also what people call uh, uh, dream telepathy. That's the term it's been given these days. So back in the 50s and 60s and 70s, especially the early 70s, there was a lot of experiments and tests done with in regards to dream telepathy and also out of body experiences while people are sleeping. You've had quite a few quote unquote famous psychiatrists. Carl Jung, Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud had problems of his own, and also a few others that did all these tests, trying to study, trying to get the science behind all this non-physical or metaphysical phenomenon that was going on with people for a long time, and there was one guy in particular that I was interested in what he was doing. Um, Back in the 70s, his name is Montauk Ullman, I believe, and he was a psychiatrist out in New York City. Back in the 70s, he had these experiments where two people, they would select two people, and then they would put them in separate rooms, and they would both go to sleep at the same time. One person would be the sender, the other person will be the receiver, and the sender would try to telepathically send something to the receiver while they're both sleeping. And normally, what they do is the sender will arrive in a room where there would be an envelope with a picture inside. It could be a picture of anything: trees, nature, an artwork, or whatever. And the sender's job was to remember that image, take that image, and telepathically send it to the receiver. And these two people would be allowed to meet before they went to their separate rooms to go to sleep. I found that was quite interesting, and these tests went on for gosh, decades, and they had good results. They were able to prove that this is a phenomenon that is happening and it's real, but they were still trying to get the scientific aspect of it, which they're that's what they were struggling with. But they were able to prove with that beyond the shadow of a doubt that this stuff is real. It happens. We can't explain it, but it happens. This metaphysical phenomenon. Well, dream telepathy. The term dream telepathy is just one. It's not a whole complete term. It's just one part, one bigger part. One, just not bigger or smaller, but just one part of telepathy itself. Dream telepathy is basically while you're sleeping, your spirit communicating with other people. It can be people in body that are sleeping or awake. It can be spirit. You can be talking with spirit. It's just telepathy. And they were trying to do it with two people while they sleep. Well, You can do it with telepathy. You can talk while you're awake. Once you hone your metaphysical abilities strong enough, and also you talk metaphysically via telepathy with spirit. Your spirit guides, for example, you talk with them via telepathy, imagery. And dream telepathy is just one portion of the whole of telepathy, which it's an important thing to get going right now, to work on. And it all kind of happens through the pineal, the hypothalamus, because it's all imagery. It's not a verbal language. It's all imagery and feelings. Imagery, feelings, a knowing, that kind of stuff. That's all telepathy. So, back to the out-of-body thing. I had a crazy night about a week ago. I was out of my body for a long time, and the crazy thing about it is I was actually halfway awake. I was not fully asleep. My consciously. I remember just lying in bed, being halfway awake, just about ready to fall asleep. But before I could fall asleep, boom! Here I am. I'm already out. My spirit's out of my body, and I'm feeling both my physical body and my spirit. So, it was I couldn't really describe the feeling. I mean, it was being in, like, as spirit. I remember just being able to talk, because a lot of people, when I say people, I mean spirit, like my spirit guides, they had noticed that I was kind of outside of my body, so that I just got so much input coming in. I was talking with people, seeing everything. They were putting words and images in my head, and I would talk back real time, and it was so quick. At the same time, while I was kind of floating outside of my body in the bedroom, just kind of hovering above. I was just hovering barely above my body, and I could actually turn around and look at my physical body. It was really interesting. And while I was doing that, I was still aware of my conscious mind was still aware of my body lying there in bed. I could still feel the bed and the bed sheets. It was just it's quite the experience, and being out of my body, because I was doing that for a long time, for the whole night almost, just outside of my body. And then when I got back, when I woke up in the morning, I woke up and I almost didn't know who I was. I was so mentally exhausted that I that whole day following that night, I was just dumb. I was just dumbfounded. Couldn't think right, couldn't use my brain, couldn't function. I just went blank. It was like the lights were on, but nobody's home. That's what it was for the whole day. And the reason why is just I'm not used to being outside of my body for the whole night. It's tiring. If for you guys who are doing this stuff now, like astral projecting, that like it. When you first start, it's like lifting weights, and it gets tiring. Being outside of your body for 5-10 minutes while you're awake, like consciously awake, like right now. You go astral project, and then you go talk with people, and you come back and you're just like, whoa, I'm tired. It's and doing that for the whole night, and then waking up in the morning, whew, it's kind of wild, and it's something you need to keep doing, like just like running a marathon. You can't run a marathon when you first start running. You have to work yourself up to that level of endurance, and that's what it's all about. Is while you get stronger, you build up your metaphysical endurance. Out of body experiences, like I was saying earlier, it's just your spirit coming out through the crown. You're while you're sleeping, your conscious mind is out, your physical body's out, so your spirit gets to go out and have fun. It's kind of a way of just relieving stress for the spirit for being stuck in the body for too long. And when you go out and you start seeing stuff, you'll have dreams, which are actually visions of what you're seeing outside of your body while you're traveling around. One minute you're on a mountain, the second minute you're on a beach, or you may have a dream of you were just at some random place, and it felt like some other country that some other place that you've never been. That's just the vision that you're getting from your spirit going out and doing that stuff. And the vision is different for everybody. All depends on how your mind, how your brain kind of processes it, kind of how your brain comprehends it. So, and dreams are more. Dreams. Some visions are not always you actually going out there seeing stuff. Some visions that you get in dreams are shown to you. You're not going anywhere. Sometimes it's your body kind of releasing any emotions, and that takes in the shape of visions while you're sleeping. It's there's a whole list of reasons of why you're seeing what you're seeing in your dreams, in your visions. But out of body experiences are really just nothing more than you astral projecting while you're sleeping. And you can do that while you're awake too, but your imagery is probably going to be a lot more clear while you're doing it while you're sleeping, because more of your spirit can go out, and your conscious mind is shut down, so you can see it like a painting. And yeah, that's all. It was a crazy experience. And also, it's funny, I got a text message the next morning from a good friend, and he just sent me a message. He said, "Are you okay?" And I just kind of I was just kind of dumbfounded. I was like, "Well, he picked that up, and because he had felt it through the field that something was going on with me." And I saw it when I woke up. I saw the message when I woke up. And I was alright. It's just I was outside of my body for a long time, and it really messed me up the whole day after. Yeah. Well, that's all. I just wanted to talk about that really quick. I opened my I opened my stone shop on Etsy. Please go check it out if you're interested in getting some stones. I have some unique stuff on there. Some of it's like display, crystals, minerals, stuff like that. I try to put like harder to find stuff on there, and so check that out. And I'll be going to Tucson very, very soon to do some gem show stuff. That'll be fun. Alright, well, I'll see you guys soon.